Normally when you hear the words apple and baked and dessert all in the same sentence, you think, oh my God, difficult. I can't. Not without a recipe, a very well-written recipe, or pastry chef's degree. I'm going to need a degree. Or is there enough gas in the car to get to the bakery? Look, who said that baking a homemade dessert has to be difficult? Not me, and I certainly didn't say you have to follow the recipe all the time. Here's everything you need to put your dessert demons to rest with a classic Apple Oatmeal Crisp. And this dessert could not be simpler. It has two basic parts, the apple filling and the oatmeal topping. This dessert works with any apple under the sun, and any size apple too. Just make sure you have enough apples to fill the pan that you're making the dessert in. Feel free to add some berries. Any berries, fresh or frozen, they all go well with apples. And spices, perhaps your single best opportunity to stir some personality into the works. And all the baking spices work here. Ginger, cloves, allspice, nutmeg, or simply cinnamon. Go for it. And now for some secret ingredients. Half a cup of sugar. Think of it as an enhancement. The fruit is sweet already, so no one's really going to know if you add a little extra. It is dessert after all. And flour, a quarter cup or so, is more than enough to soak up all the juices that are going to come out of this fruit. You don't want a soupy crisp, and the flour will actually absorb those juices and thicken them. It's a nice effect. And then a lemon, half a lemon. Here's the thing. All this sourness will balance out all that sweetness. It'll brighten it up a little bit too. And use your fingers to catch any lemon seeds. Now try not to think of the topping as a recipe, because really that sort of implies that precision matters here, and it absolutely doesn't. As long as you have roughly equal parts of oatmeal, flour, and any sugar, in this case brown sugar, you're going to be just fine. For instance, any type of oats works, whether they're steel cut, whether they're rolled, whether they're instant. I mean, these could even be rye flakes, and this would work. And any type of sugar will work here. White sugar, of course, or dark brown, or light brown, or any of the raw sugars, any sugar at all. Just, again, roughly equal parts. You even have some choice on the flour. I mean, it's absolutely okay to use white flour, but you could use whole wheat flour here too. Now, of course, this doesn't all of a sudden transform the dessert into spa food, whole wheat flour, but if this is what you have, it'll work just fine. And you get to choose a baking spice here too, and it could be the same spice that you put in with the apples, or you can use nutmeg. That's my favorite. Now this dessert is called a crisp for a very good reason, because the best way to get all these ingredients to hold together, to come together, is by adding butter to them. And when you bake butter and oatmeal and sugar and flour together, crisp is not far behind. 4 ounces of butter. Try your best to sprinkle the topping evenly over the works. And if you really like the crispy, crusty part of the crisp, just make some more and sprinkle on another layer. 375 degrees is the ideal temperature to bake something like this. That's enough heat to brown the works, but not to burn anything. It's okay to let this rest a few minutes when it comes out of the oven. Heck, you can let it rest 3 days if you want, but it's also okay to serve it fresh out of the oven, nice and hot. And as I look at it, I think, now wouldn't it be nice if there was some ice cream there? And wouldn't it be nice if that ice cream was oatmeal crusted somehow? Too easy. Just roll your favorite ice cream in your favorite granola, nuts, seeds, and all. Wow. It's interesting how much flavor just a couple of raspberries end up adding to this dish. It's almost like it's a raspberry apple crisp all of a sudden. And that's kind of the point.